This is Wadu TV. Truth and integrity.
So be a party financier, or be a party executive, or be a party chairman, you know, or ya Galamsey Yentiminka. Media family ho, we NDC now ya Galamsey me body. God oppression no mkwaya wa prisia. Awa mo jiji nkofo God free wa mo shop mu. Sister binum sika ka ho no. Besinna ye ni ma kira kwan.
Electoral Commission in concert to steal some of the seats. That has brought them to 88. Ye be gini nyina.
Wadu TV sunye ya mamu nyina akwaba. Na Galamsey no man for 2 pound. A man for 2 papa. Name de say Yaa Titi. Fire MPP4. Emma NDC ba power na Galamsey nda so koso no. O fire omo. Ene che say opese Galamsey ni yetu ase ampa. O fire Western region oko che say Western North region na unam baby ti say wasa honom dia enyenyenyenyenyenyenyenye omunya krombetu kwan no omunya mbetu kwan na yesi soldier for na police for na ebo ekohokobo erade asemo omukohwese omubetu Galamsey na ebi nso kwa na omkobo Galamsey for no ho ban asemekrani Rashid Tanko one ye CEO the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication. Na wani Yaa Titi abopunimpo. Ensema koso no enya senketwa.
Wan pa na bo bibini. Because am be say asese nyame no bo broni no no na bo bibini ana asesen. Because ya sori ayase Yesu wo ye bibini na ofri Israel. Eno ofri hwan ntini Yesu ye bibini. Ba ye ne ya de ti ye nkurom ha sa bibifo no de nyame anim nokore. Enye nyame so adwuma ne ye yo. Asa ya ye niam bia me hu de ya na ha yeti. Eno me hwe video no sa, this is not the first time I hu say video no. Ba no de no me hwe video no sa na me bisa me hu say wan pa na bo bibini. Nipa be pa enti nyame o hata suru ye obo broni wono na tie fam no tie bi no de nwunu ye bibifo ibia na me kwa metimi me say dem pa na ha ye. Something is wrong with that so. Because ma woni say ye Ghana for bibifo ya yeti asasi su hey ye nim papa pa so ye nye ye nim sa de ye we ya bone ba so na ye be ye. That's the reason why ya most of times ya na many abre systems no systems no must work because seven predators abrofo no meka che omo jimi chen yo omo system no na ama ya dwe ye say wo mu nim yansa. Yes, system na ya wo Ghana ha no enye adwumanti ama ya jimi no ye zebete dodo hwe nipa da se ne nyame abo no a ne tie si ne konso no nyansa ne adwene da ne tirim hwe adwuma a oye enra na me ne odihye ya kasa asem no ena na se ye ka ne ye de sire but please when video ba ko amahu ena nya mienu ena nya miensa mo release video no na enko no wagina ho ogiminim de ogina ho oye I don't know what is wrong with some people. And so na yira fan crofo dem na fan crofo niama na seye japade na ye ya se twa ye ho na fa ye se aban ye nyina so ye nim sa kwa me aban da bia ne sika nso no June 3rd yi ba ye ya so never again. Enipa wu ya enipa wo ma japade se ye wo de ye fa japade no kwanto nche ne ye enipa ewu ye akra ye hwere ye ni nyina ya nsubanya ye de ti ya kase ye ba yi mu ensuo kwan na no president Mahama ka se ba bia obi asi edan ya si ye nsuo kwan ma ye mbu ntungu no ekwafo ani abre no mu etwabo no na ye bubu edan ntungu because we don't have a commitment to say ade bi ohwa ye be ye. Enti number 1 yes sit down yes si baby akansuo to a wo benya kwan afa ene ya block sa kwan ni nyina nti nsuo no oto a wonya baby amfa no wa mane baby ana ni be kire bia nsuo so de na ne wode wotimi season no nti baby ana ho de be ko bia no de nani ahwe woti ase ena nsuo nya to wo kroma pe na da no wahala se nipa nwu a ejapade be sei enipa nwu a ejapade be sei enti ase aye tradition aye ritual we ya ba be sin nsu atotototo mu nkofo ajapade be sen wo mo a wo bewu eche se enema esisi wo ensu tobre mu wo Ghana ha no nyasa bi anim irrespective say to da bia e be ka cha ban say drains na emu asisi no ya hwe ne yantitim eno na ma ye de sisi adapa kwa sanitation onkwati odo no mante ye kwa ye sika ne gu ne pass wo se ye ka ne sen ne bra ejapade e odija no obi so Wilkinson so be ka kire say obi e bobo ne nsa abode $1 million because one man contract is one kwati odo river. And most of times gutters in them what choku ni because a young monitor bus stop boys no adwuma yo mo ye wo Ghana ha na re gutters na yo mo titimu no me ba cho bola na ya na esum gutter ni mu no enye emfiri wiemu na betito mu eyame no mienu ne de bola ni gu gutter ni ene so gutter no susanti no bola no tu kakra gu mu na choki enti abrantie ya wakwa akofo bola age nkrofo sika no odu ba bi ohun se nsuo na jamu na eto na eno parke hwa eno sati se wode bola na egu gatani. There's a similar video and also trending on social media no dia mamienu eno mo so atam wo bola eno mo dia akwa gu gatam eno mo gina nsuo no mo di dua eno mo epia se be ya bola no ebe ton nsuo no mo kese e den na haya de dem pa de hayen. What is wrong with our head? Yes, I'm a person me siasie. Bola na wudi gu gata ni mu no. Wo ma me biti e kuro na gya hwa o twa ne waje bola no. Na wodi akogu baabi ana se wo se na te bola na gota no a o twa se bola na wudi gu gata ni mu no. Obeje bola na wodi akogu baabi a wo so odi gu ana. E de ne haye. And you see, video yi a trend sa me pese me bisa security agencies e wo kuro ma say enti bi say yi trend ya nipa no mutimi trade in chenana because the police ni obi ye police ni bibia wo kwa ya ba fa so within 24 hours ya ba chi nipa ni sisi ya ba bibi ye civilian na e look as if I just ya kasa kwanya enu kwa utimi nya evidence the map police for one ba twentwa wo mo na sisa ya na minimi hwa ade we ye da video ya e da u TVC nipa na nim da ho clear ade we start say trend nya no ati say na no su kasia na toye no e na nipa ni di say adwuma no obi video no hwe na nim na da ho no enti we dia pa na chese ya hwe na che na ye nya no ba we e ba trend wo social media na ya kan na ya jai ede na ha ye we ye dam we eye jimi me to sabe ade we ya kwa ye eye jimi ye dam nipa ba pa na wadwini ye adwuma nti abe hwe gata no ko de ade ni gu mi se gata ne kase mpo ya he ana won say abobo ya na esi wa no emu aye ma bola o enti wo yi no baako wo be hwe ni nyina de gu bo gata nim enti nsuo no na wode no eya he enti we okọ kakra bi pe na achoki de ni fie ho no na nsuo na mane na awram wuti anye ya na nipa na wu wuti anye ya na wase japade sa nipa we ye sa de we na nim da we eti etimi treze ne eche no ye be kasa sa Ghana de ba ko problem ne se ye pe kasa dodo ya kasa bebre action kitwe bi me dwene ho amenti ase o enti Ghana ipa enti ebe ye yedi Yesubani ya jena ye di sikrom ha no enti ebe ye ana system so no so ya system so kura be ma ya dwene ya adwuma sa nipa we wodi amane ntina Ghana border isisi ya ni aso wakọ France me fa ne nkọ America fa ne nkọ UK me ne nkọ France he ye ma ne ntina no nkọ France sa sa nkwase ade ya wo ye so be ya ontimi nya wo ho because e ho no system ne be ya adwuma ontimi njimi ba ye de ko bibini jimi sa ne ade ti kuro num ene ya ye sei kuro no na che se ye wie so ane me dwenwa me che se wei ni area mu na ote na wo di sa adwuma no ono abese atwa no ho akwakobo aban sobo eti sa me attack aban because of san kwasiafo bi sei because I was by woman system ye adwuma wei ekato wa 24 hours ya chi no ni ya jail no because we a criminal ade no ya no a criminal activity dia o ye be kwa kochoku baabi amansuo na buawura baabi akwasai wo bi agapade akum nipa guy bi adabia me ka ensu yiri asem a me remfi na asem da oti abosu kan neba peche da ne nsaso ensu tobre se ya na ensu yiri na buwura ne demu ne yire sese wakọ peja free hihio se ensuo akọ socket mu ode ne saka ya pa ne yiri na wu eja na kwada mu no wa ne nsaso. This is the result. Wait, sa akọ ade we akọ eye, that's the course of ade we ya making. Enti we ade na choso anya criminal. But at the social media, obia mfa ho, obia ni interest wa asem no mu, na obia kwa no ahwe no comment no atwam. Security for wa krom ha interested. Ghana hankwa na me secretary tete ya unu IGP say. Sadia no me patcho ya bibi for ho na ensesa kakra. Police for ya mam information, mo sa pa contact ka ho no. Enye ya dwuma. Now no me ma police ni be information as I catch me say o ba me contacting kan na me say nja wabodam. Me mama information say fa kwaye adwuma fa kwaye investigation ti wutu on the system. Me na me say kwachi na me kwa contact me ka ho. Etu sina moto wa yere. Eti ade we and am social media trend obi ehwe bi obi e comment we. E dey na chese akwa we ehwe na yehu no. Ede pa na chese ehwe na yehu no but waye ekọ ema mienu na omo so dey trend wo social media no eda ho ekọ na Ghana fo bi no mu nim nyansa na omo ko comment a e na de adam nie e de jimi nie we ye madness obi si ye craziness obi si ye brofo akese grammar ni akọ twira gu comment section ye wi a na eja kokọ ni akoda wa hu Ghana ni wa ko bibi ni suban. It is a system no woman in ye juma. System no for so na manager Jimmy no. Because adia o ye Jimmy. But because a system no woman no nya system a ebe boada mana hunya senti wo Jimmy kwa. Wo ka bi so TV so adia we yakwa ye. Ekwa wo dem na nka wo nipa bi awu, wo japade bi asai, wo dem bi abuagu a enka wan kasa asem wo be fa no World Cup. But security for no amuti kroma we inform ho. Enyo masem ye beka ye deda ade no be trend wo social media obi anka ho hwe nyame no ye boafo ye sesa esuban a ebe boa ya ankasa ye panyimfo no so nya o madwen so o be ma system no ama na ye adwuma me yeti no ahunyansa ye adwuma ene ekuro no ya na ye se no nti ye betena mu saa because atoda bia ya medwini nipa ho amente ase na interior minister I think over the weekend ya na ye di Eeii festival no na almost so wa kasa na some o kan no nkrofo sha se so o discuss but me we interest wa some a honorable Muntaka kan ye nimu and I'm expecting IGP Christian Teteyonhunu to act on it as soon as possible and manimu ye no kwa so otwen all the police commanders omo Galamsey areas ni nyina transfer bia eha we enu kwasa ka ma Muntaka kra beka IGP utaki over no oh debi na enu kwasa wo chairman interior minister kra ma sa order no e was ka wo start transfer no dia wo start wo headquarters in dia normal enu dia nim se be badada but dia na me wi ani mu ye police commanders no ma ya magajia ewo Galamsey areas no omo na na ka me hwa ni mu se but wunim say IGP ade a me pasa o ye nie sa Galamsey areas no eni kwasa police commander bia akokwa nkodi 6 months okwa wa cha 6 months transfer pa na okọ na fofora ba pa na okọ enya commander no kwa o wa mo crime officers no name constable police officers no mo ho na wa transfer commander na the following man no transfer officers no mo ho ni nyina na the fofora koguo wa ma cha 3 months 6 months no transfer mo hwe Galamsey ade na eda ho no enya nkura ntokwa wo ya problem ama Galamsey ne yentimi ntu ase number 1 aya political will number 2 aya security for na mu akasa wo so mo boa ya ma Galamsey ne ya chi nkrofo no aya number 2 number 3 aya ahemfo na asase no aya wo mo dia no wo mo so ka ho yentimi nkan yi ahemfo ni firim because ebi wa kwa abekọ no no ahini bi wa wa no ankasa no wa na adwen so peso tu Galamsey wo asase no so no akọfa nkrofo aba no mu tu etientimi nkan yi ahemfo firim there's a community me refi community yi din oh e wa senkregwa Wukwa wono ma mekwa me ne ohene ne kodi nkomo na me se anana me ba ya wonsa ase nyina kokwa ya so mma na we se de kokko na brepa mekwa ho October nim campaign time no mekwa ho October na we se de na kokko na bre na bisa nana ne se na na wo area mu ha de kokko nko ano se me Galamsey wo mo akasa nim se krom ha kra no wo mo ba enye wo ba da wo ba mo so mo ba V8 ba kokwa de ba so ba V8 4 me se menye eti wudru nana de krom ho no ma ne nsuo kra da ho no Mary esa video no na ma ba bo a kire mo Monday nsuo da ho no me ameduru ya me se bi num ye nsuo na na da ho eni kroji ana me se wei nana nsuo ya masa bia num se bra wo kwa na ja ho no ma ba chase ya ho no ozo o ende no kra ya ho no ono what dia tum se kokko no no ba ma ne manfo na dua wo area mu ho ara ho sam no se kwan kura na kuronim enti yeduru ho no yesi ye ne nante ye e ka kwan na ho yesi ye ne nante ye na ensu ye da ho no ma wo se wutwa no bra sister ye di nnua bi na abia so na ensu to na se ensu ne ya ma etime hohuru nnua ni nyina kogu fam na se opemfo o se there was a time na oba pemfo na was ye di ni to bia so simeti nya abotre enti most of times Galamsey kuna ye kuwa Ghana ha no hwe enye nkura ntokwa enye nkura ntokwa entokwa na da ho no walai enye nkura ntokwa hwe enye ntokwa eso enti police commanders no mo Galamsey area sini nyina IGP as soon as possible transfer wo you know why hwe commanders no ene wo ya Galamsey no ebi mu ya one in fact omo da omo payroll so a chesa every day bia no omo musika there was a report to be yenya from Western Regional police for anu omo ho no omo nya da sori adopa na chesa omo ko site anu makwaji 20,000 wo Galamsey for no omo ko adwuma omo sori omo ya no eti sa police ni ade na menka kire IGP se on transfer no eti kade papa mu a sa adwuma na police for no binom ebuama Galamsey ne yentimi ntu ase no police ni no ko area ho a wacha 3 months wo na say wontimi ma impact bi ama transfer no simple we can do kwa so twema muntaka kwa be kasa asem wo ye ko so what transfer bia police for ni binom ye part of your problem and you see adia ba ko ama mani age anopa ni say na dan pare wo pira yen wonim de tia na me so wo pira yen information as I say police for timi de ba no information ni bebre ho no bebre headquarters ane yente because asam na esi wo bunkurugu yoyo a enya dan pare office ene be issue statement a enya reporter bi na awo no ho no de nani ko twa wisi ane huni santamu ebe kwa ko hu bi no wati hu de akyerew ene kwa wati hu de kyerewa ontimi kansi su dua because police commander na ho no aka cha ne se dan pare se ma ne nkasa do ontimi man information do de nani be hu no ene obeka et information no do na be do headquarters a empia bonten one Galamsey for na ya sha se a ya chi wo mo no ade na se dan pare tam ne ne ya hye dan hu ne sa ya chi wo mo kwa wo hu ba bi e be kwa akosi so this time around sa Galamsey for na Western Regional Police Command wo ma kwa chi wo mo e wo bonsansuo no mo takwa no we want to see the end of the story e was here we see ya do ma kwa court ya prosecute wo mo hwe obia no ya against mining nobody me I'm not against mining but ya me kra chiri a cha sa wo ya nipa ba wo ya wine na sa me hu sa wo ya Galamsey a wo ya me tamfo number 1 Galamsey de wo ya me tamfo sa wo ko bonsansuo no mu a o ma blocking nsuo na me ka cha wo no so o ma blocking nsuo ne kwan no na hwe nsuo nyame abo a nsuo no e wo ne kwan a etene ko na nipa da sa ni se de me pese me die enti no no wa blocking nsuo ne kwan na wa tuwa me na wo soro na wa divert ensuo ni bi de akwato amenanim se ba ya wo no betimi de ahohuru ni gold enti mercury ne cyanide na wodi gu ho no ba bia wa divert ensuo ni kwan na kwa akogu no was ohuru mercury ne cyanide no de ohuru ni gold no wia no wa san divert na ade na tene na akogu ensuo na mu na etene ko sa ensuo kura na Ghana water for be so ne so na mo de alo matuma brew e wo fie ho bio pipe ase oh Ghana water na ya bie pipe poison ana wo nom no poison a Ghana water for nsuo amode man na poison won ti ase a dia abaye Ghana water for kra na nkasa nim se nsuo no amode man na poison ana nya omfum so o eya me no mi anu aya mi aya no a ya adwen such as asem bi o ha we me party ni panti me nka no eno na de yadu ba bi a yadri ha because enya Ghana water for na de sign at ni makuru gu nsuo no ana wo nya magician ana wo ko makuru ni sign at ni wo nsuo no wo metimi ayi afrim wo ni metal se to nsuo ma efia dudu adi there's no chemical a metimi de ayi afrim enti do metimi aya na so mo de alon beto nsuo num na ani aye fita na aba ufie wadwe o sa wo wanya nsu papa bi a wonom eya poison to the extent they say Ghana water for crowd treatment plant and one year teche not just a woman to be treating you should know the level where we have reached as a mind. Say President Mahama show yes our political will to fight Galamsey. Dia kano aye security for no ambe boaye no. Security for no amu sori anopa amu kwaji sika wo Galamsey site no. Wo amu ni your problem. Now some video where Smith for video no to. Some video where 2 years ago video but ma sheda mpesa me de ka asem kire. Police fo a wo mo ni Galamsey fo eye meeting. Police fo a mo ni Galamsey fo eto party edidi bom. Galamsey fo a police fo hwe o mo chima wo mo. Galamsey fo a police fo na ma o information ma o tip off. Ana nkrofo ni bo. Suahu what's your video ni mu kasa says the police ni no ama sort no ama manisikanti eni kwanse nka wo ba omachi kwan kra pie na we police officer wo bu nkotodwe ewo civilian a wo ya criminal activity anim na opachewa it should tell you the level of security people aya no mo Ghana ha we nipa no the sign that mercury what the metal and near match as a betting yama no me and yawo and what the year juma police in akwa jisika protect womo eti akwaya na niabra waka say onu mom and on police in information manisika our gina sa Galamsey for the namu at so on middle person between Galamsey for no any police in he some video where 2 years ago video me de case ya some what ya say Galamsey kono I just say wunya political will and yes I want to me fight da enti me da me catch na NDC for no marshal say wo mo person mo ya Galamsey ni bi say me I just am to di mebodi yey because honorable amakofi bu anani abre wo se munya information mo kan kire me say NDC ni bi ya Galamsey mo mama ne mo mbo ni din kire me minim dia meye no waye bi nso me hu evaluate adwamoro dwira de akoso wo ho no aso ye din no so wunim de nti aso ye din chairman wo de matufo se wantie se we yakasa kire so wajai wantie na asa akobio mesa babodi se me ka kire regional chairman or Western region NDC regional chairman our Western region say ya ma ho kwa ma ngu president Mahama ni masi tuwofo NDC for na mo atakwa no mutu mo hofo na anu ma ho samani abre na mo ya press conference mutu mo hofo mo chairman de onka ho takwa kwasi so si chairman no onka ho ena wasi regional minister so asam no onka ho but dia ma omo ehuwo minister asam no omunim said ya kwaso ne ni pastor na ya involve by yentimi nka adenti ne yentimi nka because a party chairman won sa kwasi asam say na metia na mbu afuo no obi ya party chairman ti yemma ne ho kwan yanti ase no sensuo nsey asase because a party chairman me de anu de amfa me fichiro me bodi me kama gya chiro ekwan bia so ye ma police fo achew wo kwa radio ama ye bonsansuo ewo takwa wo rebe ho enye no kwa ensuo atwa ye ho hya wo Ghana ha bia ensuo na sei asase na sei ye tiase forest mu ye bubu nua tuagu ye funtum asase na ni afra because eni pakuo kakra bi pesika kwa akodi ne ate Ghana ha ne ye soso san kwase asem no so aniti IGP Christian Tatayo hunu say I know agreement as mo yi video ni free so Ya no agreement. Transfer police commander sini nyina. Ade ba kwa waya mani agye hoamenim se adwuma no betimi aye. Anya information se wama ho kwan a eto hwa na police for na kama Ghana for atinti we o mutimi fa hwinsie. Na anu amokwache enkwafo no mo bon sanso no wotakwa no. Police commander no any choice. I was so chirem so akode ho Ghana. It won't be fancy, yes, Anna, Africa, Obi Akwaji Sikada bi asam no wada. Anna first so operations, commander no you're in charge of operations, our Western regional. I want me feeling rough. These are some of the people, some of the officers are Omukobabia, Wamuya Juma Abu mine. And I say, Niaka be a mamma de Becca home. Honorable Judge and Finny Doctor Manebuama, Modamoye Army Defense. Diamoba yamayeni soja fo na wamukọ boa police fo no ema wo so ekwahwe Galamsey site no mo sesa wo mo because wo so ye problem soja fo no omo ye problem pa omo ko site a omo ni police fo no nyina na kabom ebinom eti ni papa mu a sa operation Galam stop na Ekufa no te ya ne asoja fo no do omugu mu no e wose nka ban na akwa ya bi so no bebu akonta kire yen wonim say ukọ prisia time anana no dan Ekufa do ka say wo mo NCZ all excavators ne akeka ka ho no operation Galam stop fo ne asoja fo no omukọ ye no hwe enya excavator fo nkwa no omukọ hyehe yo enya nkrofo no omukọ ji nkrofo gold omu bo Russia mu anu masisa gold no mo de ko omu ya ko prisia na ko bisa I was there ye Russia mu anu asisa gold ni de ko ye misa sa soja fo no mo ko ye sa operation ni say gold no mo ko sisa ye no gold ne wen ye gold no e wen so amu de brand na do Danko Akufo-Addo as the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces then gold no wen so amu de brand soja fo mpanyufo asoma wa mu a me pacho gold no wen besinna gold operation no mo ye wo prisia a wo mo gigi nkofo gold free wo mo shop mu sister binum sika ka ho no besinna ye ni ma kira kwan enti a soja fo no kwa ye soma wo no ebi mu kwa ye criminal chain Galamsey fo no so wo wura mu ho no a wo mu di bone no enti wo nya kwaduru na twese ya ka bam. There was a police officer in Ashanti region. Edu baby na asana sam kra ya memobo. Otimi kwadru site. Oya so obey arrest na order from above call na aba. Munja omo. No maja omo. That was where na ye kase na do Danko Akufo-Addo. No ye direct beneficiary of Galamsey. Because no the political will back will say. And your man so now we site no cry say yet say ya che wo frame up party table so. Ontimi deny ye besine. Ni papa mu obi a wa ba chief of staff na asem kase say yaka wontimi deny na etiada na chesa nya no kore se Galamsey concession site no ye che wo chief of staff office frame up pare Professor from Bobuate ne report no sa wo to boda wo kanya enu na ba mu wate ase say na do Danko Akufo-Addo no ye direct beneficiary of Galamsey enti there's no way na ko betime to Galamsey ase. That's the reason why I make us say obi a why na agency obetwitwa President Mahama namu because wono wakam yate ase Galamsey no person otu ase wa me yan we so our will no so our will ne dia ya person yan wonu ne say so obi ya NDC ni mpo ni ya chine say wo ya Galamsey a e was mra ne ye adwuma e was ye de ne tum e ya simple wo pesa wo ya mine ya obi ansi ho kwan go through the process. Get your license. Do proper mining. Mining companies are what Ghana has access to moya mining yende. Adena yankwa ya pesi ya hu kwa jimu de. Ya say ya sa si sense you. Adena before ya dwene yesa. Kwa bibi ni kwa ya so ade ne hu kwa kwasha mining mu pe. Ya say baby amenya bia mi excavator sim. Na every da bempo na ye sha ase Galamsey gather and sell e ketenketi ya ne ye nananom ye ne ketenketi afre de ye chamfan excavator ne de aba besim direct directive na no abo amakofi bu ade abasa wo ba ye wo be import excavator e wa so be kire de wo de excavator ne ba ye no enkofo bi na no metese na kwa ai na dai obi be excavator na ada Galamsey kwa na ye de ye enti na no so wo so obi be declare wo nko declare ene wo import e simple wo nti ase tu wo nti ase enti sa policy we ase a tu free Ghana mo na mo so be Kotogo mo ti ere mo na mo se mo president Mahama wini am be Kotogo eti mo ti Ghana ha dey pa na mo je mo bi no masani abrena onobu amabu directive na de aba no chese mo nti ase agro wo mani so what sa chamfa no ye ba ne because that's the main problem na wo kwanya ye kan say akufa the time DC ya no say lembelo say ye kan say nzimo say he o to chamfa DC you know no ti area mu ho na wo no in charge of dissect no or no mob the shop na operate no chamfa shop. Then you tell me, say, the power bet me stop Galamsey. We are not serious, oh. Enti Galamsey nkwama no, ekwa na ba. I told them it's me dwia na me ti pai me. We re damage pa ya kwaso aman we ya. Sika ya say, Akufo do sika wa say in the name say me ko Galamsey enye sika ketwa. Ni nyina, say no mo bua ya lo. One no discano, no massa soldier for na Bugana for no massa gold, no massa dia bro mo Jubilee House. A crumb for no must say ye sikasa. O kwaka say we anti-government. Any atra say Galamsey no a free aswaba amacha say ye hu de yenye ni yini no aya kese. Enti adwuma de ayi honorable amabo so eso papa. Ejuma da interior minister so pa because omunyom ka ho ejuma da defense so pa president Mahama kwa de ejuma da kese pa tele because the caliber of people awomo do mo hwa Galamsey mo no it will take a political will to fight those people, party financiers, party executives, and not just say Wamudu muwasha adienim. Eti anya muwa se do baby na afede Akufo-Addo na adane PRO ama wuntumi. Mining company, ne Galamsey company. And onu mom na no wadane PRO and workasa. Enti it will take a president awaya na adwen se odwen wo man no ho kane. Asan watimi to Galamsey ase. Remember say Emrantia no mani abre no mo nwuram ho mo sensuo de eye endubone dine eye kan se cyanide ni mercury eye adwuma e wo nwuram ho no ade na sa emrantia no yentimi fa wo mo se mo mra niam mo training proper training na ka ni papa mu a mining companies akasia no kra no yema wo mo ntia mo ho se these are young men a wo mo pa bibia ye sa ban ni nya opportunity betimi dia ma wo mo a yema wo mo training yencha wo mo mining companies no na yamma wa mo proper training no betimi dia mining say you don't know the difference between small scale mining and Galamsey. There's no difference. It will be into small scale mining krano you did not frag Galamsey for it is a small scale adwuma no egu amani nyina dane Galamsey eti na wo ko site ho a say we ya small scale awunim. So where I Galamsey wouldn't because I didn't know when you baako. Meanwhile, you were proper mining companies, or more small scale miners, or more Ghana for, or more proper mining. But say, who difference? Foot to flat. Community mining no crab buy na you can't say me could do carbon buy no credit. And then you bobo and the best say some no crack community mining no. Galamsey kwano mo di tu okroma. O kan. Sa amra na ye ka no na nkofo di yatem. Community mining and I any adwuma ya na enti any adwuma ya no me so me ni adwuma enti matam to ato me kwa na me kobo kro no a eno no sense me so me right because dem mo ya no mo ni am robbers nyina ye pe mo pra yen ade o mo ya no e ya ade a ya braba ya bo wo wiase nyina and Ghana for one year wu yare ani adro yare a wote din a wote bi kwa redishna de mu kwa wo hu ni meaning aden China for no mobile chrome han omunye nipa bonefo yani am o maye nipa bonefo because China ni bia ni ho anu ma onim ye kan say atwuma forest China ni bia ni ho onim nyina hi forest China na ni bia ni wa oni bonsa nsuo ba bieda yanya na yakofo mo ba na mo so ma dwon bone e wo mo trim no wo mo enya ye na ye manipulators ne kakraka ho a na mo execute. They say Ghana for a person ye mining no aye problem because of a sabonia yan kasa ye twa to ho and ya say asas ya sensuo na police commanders ne de mesra Christian Tatayo no IGP say watch kura watch nipa no transfer na wo de foforo kwa watch 3 months wo difference a transfer no because omuso ya problem amu kwa na ma tip off na ya say ya soldier for ni ba o na ya say police for no omo free clan no omo ba o no mo ko Galamsey hwa me permit me aka Galamsey the whole year me mere you know why it affect me no me no your life met me aka Galamsey the whole year me mere because it affect me no me no your ma ye wo mo ene ye be wo akola bi bokona no hwini ni ho ye be wo akola bi bokona ye holy heart wo be wo akola bi cancer you be wo na akwa na nsama or this 5 no na aka 4 na aka 3 adan ye ho sa be ukwa sankagwa ye se omode no omo ye hub of plantain chese ba body ankasa ko bogoso ekwa asanko kwan no so amanfi central amanfi west ekwa no so nyina no se wi area honom no wo kwa na omo body ne kokodie enso ane krobi she asankragwa honom anaka omo kwa na supply bogoso body omo mo ba bogoso be fa body because asase na poison omo timi ndua body omo dua body no mo twa poison omo di nyina wo bia wanya running stomach no chese yare obe nkanta no eni tire ni ndan ada ne yakum ye ho because obi ye party financier obi ye party executive obi ye party chairman ti no oye Galamsey ye ntimi nka me dia fa me ho wo ye NDC ni na wo ye Galamsey mebodi
December 8th no akotia our candidate was declared by the returning officer. As a winner of the place.
Sure.
Then MPP sat down with the electoral commissioner, said, that there was a problem. There was Hulabalu, the way the declaration was made, they wouldn't accept. Then no free Akotia, no Muba, Tesano police station. I went there and I was drawing daggers with them. Before we could arrive there in the morning, they brought some joker. My friend the joker said, "Oh, see, on a deputy returning officer. No, you need deputy returning officer. Oh, Kaisi 127 Nina, there's nothing like deputy returning officer. So Papa B got now also on a deputy returning officer. In the absence of my boss returning officer, I so declared MPP candidate no winner. Another declaration. And now these commissioners had the temerity to accept that kind of declaration. Returning officer no dear no almost say then another joker who came and called himself a deputy returning officer on it or declaration declaration no more call say MPP no more dinkuni then they sent him to parliament. This is what they did and we put an injunction on it. These people defied the injunction and forced themselves to be sworn. Now the papa no won't say or a convict.
Yeah, they've
convicted him on a distant contempt of court. Now they are running helter-skelter, forcing Supreme Court to quash that conviction. We'll make sure that gentleman is prosecuted. Already he's even prosecuted and convicted. It's left with sentencing. Supreme Court said they should hold on the sentences while they hear from them. Okay. After hearing from them, I know the Supreme Court will push them out. This gentleman should not be allowed to be in Parliament. The same thing as I not done pray. Any colleagues on Nina. They are sit. The good people of Ghana voted overwhelmingly for NDC because they want peace of mind in Parliament. Some of them voted out.
Yeah.
Oh, said MPP form no you're correct. That's why the other time I was making a proposal. Say, oh, you mama tablets. No more fee. No more share there in
parliamentary
because proceedings no more share this online because look, this number is so negligible. They are just destructive tendencies in Parliament. No more confusion be time be press conference so even if you sneeze these days they go and do press conference. Now your wife had miscarriage, they will go and do press conference. So these people, they are just distracted. Ghanaians saw them and make sure that they voted massively for NDC. So that at least we can get about 200 members of parliament. But these people, they have used crooked means, anyway, electoral commission in concert, to steal some of the seats. That has brought them to 88. But
yeah, feedback from the grassroots. It's like grassroots, and information, what they buy. As I'm on so they think you've relaxed.
Hey, Minia, you relax.
Okay.
You relax. Time be you follow. Look, last week, was High Court. This thing, Kofridwa, about another pre.
Okay.
And was Supreme Court. About Tema Central, Blukman North, any Okaikwe Center, any Techmasa. We are following it vigorously.
Okay.
Look, the wheel of justice grinds slowly.
Okay.
But it will definitely come to an end. Jaji question. As in North.
Yeah.
You saw how they hunted him out of parliament. And we had to go for another by-election in order to these people. We will follow them. We will follow them to the letter, to the point where they will be taken out of parliament. Illegal. We are using the legal process. We don't want to use any butu. We want to follow the law. I want to say Ghana, we have a constitution and we are following it.
Okay.
We respect the judiciary and we'll make sure that they will do justice to this matter.
Okay. Because
the good people of Ablekumanov, Omotuma Al-Rabna, they voted for the lady. Why is the EC is bent on giving this seat to an illegal MPP candidate? It's an illegality. Because Omontumano, why would they go and bring their own fake pink sheets, forcing the EC? And this EC, some of them, very crooked in nature, were accepting it. And that's what I want to say, returning officer. No?
Yeah.
That they want to say, or see on your Jumana view.
I was on your
Jumana. Because I want to say, document no demand, any documents. And yet, the superiors, no more forcing to say, accepted documents. No. Why? What was their interest in that? And no, like I say, we will say because, and people are saying that NDC, that we are greedy. We have our 183 seats. Why are we chasing for this one? I said, Ghanaians, they didn't vote for numbers. They voted for people, personality. What do I say? And numbers no more vote. Almost voting personalities. So more tomorrow, we will call parliament. So more tomorrow, I mean to call parliament. But because your party has plenty numbers, so you should relax and let me go and represent the people. Does it make sense? I don't know. So that kind of logic, I ask myself. Sometimes I heard it from one educationist panel or a governance thinker. Let me tell you, let me say, that's why we have problem in Ghana. If people like this, high-level educated person will think this way, does it make sense? That NDC, what is your problem? You have gotten this number 183. Why are you still chasing it? See, that's why we have unemployed graduates a lot in this country, because you go and train people with this kind of language. Say. They can't think for themselves very well, because that mentality you have put in their head as a government expert, they will come and be thinking just like the way you are thinking. And no, see, we don't have that critical thing. The people went to polls to vote for a particular candidate. We presented a candidate, and they voted for that candidate. This is the person we want to represent us as a constituent. Then some crooked officers want to tilt the thing and change it to another person, an illegal person. See them, they are those noise makers in parliament. I don't know the illegal guys. I don't know we are speaking loud. They've all stolen the seats and they are sitting there and making loud noise in parliament. Oh, they are saying. Now that is what the problem we are having now, and we'll come after them. We are going to follow them through and make sure that we use the legal process. Then the rightful elected candidates will go and represent them.
Okay. All right. So, Sonia, Dr. Rashid Tanko, one my updates on the Blekumanov and after elections. The misunderstanding and answer near my illegalities, any updates. Be sure, say, your mind can rest at least. You know, say the NDC is not sleeping, and that's all more relaxed. So, dog answer near back national issues. So no be baby say Ghana Investment Fund, for electronic communication. As a CEO, mandate then there was a way.
Ghana Investment Fund for electronic communication. is under this Act, Act 775, Electoral Communication Act, by 2008, and it was implemented in 2009. I will say, Act no, Yejuma is about two major things. Underserved and unserved community. Who say underserved rural areas no bebre. Who say uko ho phones no laptops won't mean your calls be out.
Yeah,
network na ni ho. Uko ho no kra won't mean like where journalists uko ho won't mean your
won't mean your call.
Ha. So those areas no you describe them as unserved communities in terms of network penetration.
Okay.
What do I say? So they don't have basic access to telephony and then internet facility. A whole areas no.
Okay.
A bisu woman, your friend no underserved. You say, in Accra. Who could say boom domiabra around those areas. Who said who drew her not network ni ho. But who around Masama holding in our say network. So I mean those areas are unserved communities. What do I say? Although it underserved, your friends are underserved because the community around there, part of it there is service, another part of it there's no service.
Oh, okay.
What do I say? So we say underserved.
Okay.
What do I say? But the first one is what? Unserved. And the whole community in network. Okay. So those two areas. It is a mandate of GFEC to go and provide network mamu.
Oh, okay.
What does it?
Okay.
Who say? So Papa Nyako. That is our mandate. Say young call common network. Both voice and data.
Okay.
What do I say? So we give them basic access to internet connectivity.
Okay.
Any rural telephony.
Okay.
Because we say a big telecoms, no. Those areas, they consider them as not economic viable. What you say? Want to mean see big towers, because we say community 500 and 200 nipa. So we could see tower kasieba, managing it and all this kind of thing. They won't get the returns is too small. So that is why most of the community on the network now. So government set up GFEC to take care of these areas. Your friend rural telephony.
Okay.
So yeah, never call now identify a community we money network. Now your infrastructure network infrastructure then telecoms no. MTN, any telecell, any IT, then they will leverage on it to provide network for the people, so that people can make calls.
Oh, okay. So, enya sebia was MTN ko sit tower, enya sebia telecell be sit tower, but more na modern
equipment echo.
Then they will come and rely on
our equipment
to provide the network.
Oh,
okay.
So that's what I say. So then they say we have a close collaboration with the telecoms.
Okay.
So we say board of trustees in the crowd, they sit on it telecoms no. Because no mama esika na ekoye ejuma no.
Okay.
No mama percentage of their investment na eko running and then describe a fund. So your ejuma is a fund management.
Oh, okay.
So you manage fund na ekoye rural telephony comma all these communities. So once the communities be no money network no, it is the duty of this in GFEC na eko na ekoye. First one.
Okay.
Second one is where your friend be say cyber labs. Who says these communities na make underserved and unserved communities in rural areas say what says secondary schools wo many JSS computer labs na e GFEC na e mom ye be ye lab mamu so what secondary school na need computer lab GFEC you say na ko C lab computer lab ye be for laptops any desktops printers any scanners digital equipment ne bebre na e school no
okay na
installing mama ni na you be fire experts no more coach they will teach them how to use it for teaching and learning activities. So GFEC ye juma no na e no so you see bebre schools be ye call ho no so secondary school na e rural areas na no more apply ye be call ho na e koye ye be air condition fans ni nyina na ye kama mo ye be sa adi internet and so come.
Okay.
Apart from the computer and the corner, yes, I have internet and so come. just to facilitate teaching and learning.
Okay.
Then yes, another one, your friend will CICs, community ICT centers.
Okay.
So every district say you best see a dan kasiepa na a fa equipment, IT equipment, maybe na call financial honor. Then we send our expert. Then the community will come and be learning IT hono.
For community
nina. Okay. So all their IT needs, and say okay, photocopier, okay, printing, okay, say passport. Want me you fill crew kwakra, and now tamale, and now kumasi koye passport. Uko community ICT center, betma processor at the animal.
Oh, okay.
What I say? A whole cry a bit much. Say a few area around this time you cannot plant corn because we say global warming any this thing. Changes in the climate changes in the so we only say this month we used to plant maize, but because of climate change on our network, if you call ICT center now, you will be software I will make farmers and now say this month you can't do plant. If you plant it won't grow well. You are likely to have drought because rains might not come. Because climate change, because now there's technologies where you can see all this kind of thing. Almost last year there was huge drought up north, and government had to get food supplement for them. So you make a good use of your ICT centers now, where because we would have been educating communities and say this time around don't plant because they will not. It's not going to be rain. You can easily tell today whether they will rain or not through your phone. Also, weather forecast, your phones, even your watch can even tell you this time. We are now in IT digital world. So we want to leverage on this. And the communities, a bit more using these ICT tools in every community.
Okay.
Those ICT centers, and they use it for our coders. Also, 1 million coders. A honor every year.
Okay.
So every district will have this CIC. And then with all this,
not just a dog where you man as so because 1 million coders now president Mahama can a project Cassia
and you're launching it this month.
More launching this month. More spreading communities.
Every district. So there was CIC center. So you better rehabilitate CIC, ICT centers. Then we get state of the art digital equipment.
Okay.
So that it won't look like the 1 million coders is going to be in the regional capital. Yes, sir.
And can
I know every district.
Oh, okay.
I will decentralize it.
Regional center.
And regional center is going to be district based.
Okay.
So that it's closer to the people. They don't need to travel far.
Okay.
Every district CIC will have this equipment and the trainers will be there. So that you come there, it makes it easy doorstep training.
Okay.
So GFEC in the ESR, next our girls in ICT training.
Okay.
It's a big project that we are into because we want to make sure that girls no more secondary schools and those who have left secondary school we train them digital tools. Oh, say marketing be online.
Okay.
Because these days you don't need to walk sometime to your friend said Aboso Kai ana Makola market Koto Nema. You just sit in the comfort of your room online. Ube hu nema bebre. No what's matter. Then they will bring it. Delivery service and then so rural areas most of them they are not aware of this. That's why you go and see our market women and other things. They say they are not getting market. They have gone to harvest their crops from the farms. They are not getting already market. But when we teach them how to use their digital tools that they have in their hand, their mobile phones, so that they can put online. A lot of people want to buy yams. They want to see. They want to know where it is. So we want to teach them. Most of our young ladies of late, they are interested in using TikTok, any Facebook, just to show their face and be dancing around. And because it's a huge platform for market.
Okay.
So we want to teach them this ICT to how to leverage on it to push their businesses agenda forward. So experts no more so we have a lot of activities in GFEC under that place. It's just that unfortunately previous administration they were not their communication department they are weak, so a lot of people didn't know that when in GFEC the general public didn't know the kind of services So instead of them to come,
I
say no na make I no. Do we ni nyina ewum. Government agencies ye na mo bo am on ICT issues. So he will say agencies bebre no mo need laptops or mo need computers, desktops or mo buy ye chen ye betuma bo am. Even media or applier you better my baby boy more desktops, any laptops, they train you how to use them and all this kind of thing. Your digital, we have a satellite hub, a huge satellite hub next year. So you see, internet activities shouldn't be a problem.
Company be apply for SaaS services now. Mobile installer, how is the payment done?
Say we they are government to government, or they say.
Oh, okay.
So say government agencies, any say. Minister of Local Government, our district assembly, also no money computers, also more applier. Ye babe installing more Jessica.
Okay, my private company say.
Private company that said they are understanding. Ye best sign MOU. They said that Mawa now so to Aban. Then it will go into Aban coffers. We have that expertise, so you can come, we'll assist you, and then set up your place for you, train you very well how to operate it, open internet service a bit more because you will have. They don't know that we have. Ghanaians don't even know that there's a huge hub acquired by GFEC, which is sitting at Kofi Annan ICT Center. So we are opening it up for the public to come. Agencies, no more internet problems are. Yes, sign agreement. You don't need to have problem with internet service because we have a hub there, and we get a 30 megahertz from Amos. Internet segment, space segment or demand. We use it to operate about 45 communities across the country. No more, both voice and data. So these things are there, but because communication was a problem, no more.
Because Niama watches you, Muyamia, and Yamani Baby, and this will be. Because now 1 million coders, he said, not Ghana for a journal, said now, and no more, but sit down, can see everyone crying. I must some 1 million go Gumo and Nasa say. But the adopter actually, Mammy, as I said, 1 million coders in a Bayer district centered into district Bia Benya ICT center. Our community in Abetimi access. Oh, Yara.
Yes. Oh, and
baby, I didn't share one Mosebi. I be sit down, can see everyone kind. And I said, be a Kumasi, can see a pan and your 1 million.
Yes,
information communication very important.
Very important.
Very important. Those when you know abandoned and the nim cramp say or some communities are networking one of set up because so communities never bring internet access.
Papa. That no call rally campaigns na call Western North community bi won kra odru ha just say obey call on be fa call this some big mountain and send away your call. So we're completely cut off. Now to me, a big cry around northern region side no, or tie on phones. They put ropes on it and hang it on tree. So because the thing is hanging there, you can't bring it. If you bring a network is off. You say hanging out.
I know the Americans crowd experience. The vice president campaign time you call North ye di 2 weeks or you call a Hamilino. Oh,
network
in Yajuma. For about 5 hours drive and now you're calling in no network.
And it caused a lot of security problems. So we are trying to make sure that you see technology be okay. Where a lot of our communities will be connected through TV white space technology being able to use TV signals. And we can rely on it to make sure that the communities get internet access and then voice as well. So we'll do it because we are grateful because our president is a communicator. Also, I know a communication minister. So, and he knows the importance of communication, electronic communication, to the growth of the economy. Because if our rural areas are cut off from the digital world, then we are not going to go anywhere. Because we can, and even look, this issue about security. when we are talking of how to keep the country safe in this era of digital world, and most of our communities are cut off from it, then we are not secure in this country. I want to say dissidents and rebels behind mobile areas on our core and network, they would of course have worked before people get to know that something is happening over there. Because network nobody can report. They will even run out before people can run to where there's network to report that something is happening there. But where there is a network, these days, even Accra here, if somebody just sneezed, they put it on Facebook. It's already on Facebook. But when something happens in those areas we are talking, it will take several days before you get to know.
Exactly the point.
And so when try to bridge that kind of gap and make sure that these basic access to internet and rural telephony, our rural areas, they enjoy those facilities as well, so that it will help us. When we're talking about this, enough it was about pink sheets and yes sir, because any manual, that's why it's happening. But when we have network in every community, we'll go digital. They will go digital, so that nobody is going to have problem with somebody holding fake pink sheets around, because everything would have been digitized. On the day of voting, all the agents will be there to see it being uploaded, and then within a twinkle of an eye, would have finished. That's why countries like US and other places, when they finish their election within a twinkle of an eye, everybody knows what is going on. But Ghana, because we are flying pink sheets around, some crooked officers, numbers, figures, no, but say when correct picture, because we are still doing manual election. Manual, and then a higher. So when we do this networking, communities no more network, then we can pilot this digital voting and or e-voting. It will reduce this kind of problems that we are having over fake pinches all over the place.
Okay. And see, may I show us a who doctor and a human and so papa. Well, you but I know say you will be successful with the support. And you will be successful because rural areas and the communities do any network or Kromano. Just a broad one network and also that's one network and yeah, keep to where one more money network and all your baby. Nti adwuma de e bi wo doctor so ba me sure say nyame ya doma obema na ahode ama na timi ya excel but you run national issues kakra issues as say wo Ghana for do na eni abre wo ho me kra me de me ho hye omushu mu aye nyina be to nwom baako and say ade a Ghana for gina so to abapa e ora because the perception enya perception kra de ne ye ni tua documents ani ye hunu e bi adanse pefe say the previous government woma boya broches woma wiayen inti operation recover all loot retrieve all loot yade ya ni die kire pa scandals in the bebre aba Bank of Ghana ye dan for free omasi die yaba national service die aba sky train die aba say die aba ye container wanya ntabanya watu free port wa ye hwehwe okeka wanyina bom na wo hwe the attitude of the minority in parliament and the response our mode ma for scandals yi ho a now as a government dia na communicate mamo
Minia MPP from the onset since 1972 see they've never gotten power until 2000 nekoye Asasawa government mamo we call it Asasawa government because those voters in 2000 didn't know the kind of people they were voting. I was said most of them that was their first time of voting, first time. Those born in the 80s, late 80s and 90s, they were only seeing rollies and rollies and rollies. They didn't know that these people ever existed around Buzia. And that Ghanaians by their nature, MPP asem. But Ghanaians, a true-blooded Ghanaian power, they don't like MPP in governance because they know them. That's why they never allowed them to come near governance. They came through crooked means in 69 when they toppled Kwame Nkrumah. So many people don't know history. Buzia Pa no moye NCC director that time. In fact, managed himself through the process to become prime minister. And that's why he was kicked out again. Because their short stay, the thing, this thing you are seeing happened in 71, 72. They overpaid themselves 2 years ahead. These people, their forefathers, sold ships with full of gold and other things. Bought, look, metal beds made of gold and other things into their offices. These were their forefathers, their life. So Ghanaians kicked them out. A champion kicked them in 72. Since then, no more power. Until this Asasawa thing happened in 2000.
Was it then they see in 2000?
Asasawa government. They say Asasawa. One said there was some collaboration with other smaller parties. Asasawa. Okay, I said Asasawa. I said Asasawa.
This is Asasawa.
Then they got power. But they showed their true colors. Monocracy started under Kufuor, President Kufuor. Monocracy in Ekasano, where money is used to influence voters and other things, started under Kufuor. From 92, up to 2000. In fact, those days, if you give people posters or t-shirts, they were comfortable, they were happy, and they were just wanting to make sure that the government come and bring electricity to our area, bring water and other things. They were not asking for money, pocket money, bring money before we go and do this. As soon as President Kufuor came to power in 2001, monocracy, people now started knowing that you need money from politicians. So, party positioners, these are one-tier delegates. These people introduce it into the country. Ghanaians have been monitor them and say, hey, these people, the kind of government introducing Then we followed them up to 2008. When it became too much, too much, then they voted them out. Even that one, they wanted us to go 3 times of voting. It's only under people you go 3 times of voting. First round, they didn't win. Second round, they didn't win. They said they still want to go 3rd round. They got time. Even not MPP. We kicked them out. Then we came in again. Along the line, the same problem of this monocracy thing I was talking was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was building Ghana. E-blocks, hospitals, roads, Nina. Ghanaians were saying their pocket is empty. I was saying, pocket, almost because these people have introduced them to monocracy. So when you build huge hospitals, roads, and other things, they don't even see it. Because NPP has already poisoned their mind that you need money in your pocket. Or you must be a crooked chief in office so that you can be giving them the money and other things. When your mama was not doing that, they voted us out in 2016. What do you say? Then we say, okay, you see, so you have voted these people. What didn't they do to us? First office, 126 ministers. Small country, we know, of course, 126 ministers. We thought it was joking, not knowing that these are crooked officers who have come to rip the country. COVID came, it became an alibi for them to even finish the country completely. To the extent officers and they gave us the COVID money to distribute among themselves. Give me regional, northern regional. You see, we thought it was not a simple matter, not knowing that a lot of things. Look, Uko government, bungalows, lands, and other things, they have finished it. Uko can't dominate their intimate. Uko northern region had no more government land. They have sold everything out. This kind of characters we are talking of. Not knowing that there are even worse things. PDS, we haven't even come to it. Look, yes, in our language, we have something we are saying. That look, a dance that you are going to dance overnight, you don't start the dancing early.
Okay.
What do I say? Who say you want to dance overnight, throughout the night, till daybreak. You don't start it early. Or if you start it around 9 o'clock, you'll be tired. So when we're in the village, anytime there is a dance that's going to dance overnight, we start it around midnight.
Okay.
So that you can have a luxury of dancing for about 5 hours and throughout. And then by 5, 6, you are done. And say you have done overnight. But when you start it at 9 p.m., by 12 midnight, you are tired. You can't even dance. So Ghanaians should be rest assured. This dance is going to be danced overnight. We are now warming up.
Okay.
So you're warming up. I don't know whether these are just an iceberg. Look, small one. Kasiepa, that one has not come out yet. So this thing they are doing, they should prepare themselves. They will have a lot of press conference. And maybe, unfortunately, during the press conference, most be behind bars. I doubt whether the other young ones will want to do press conference.
Okay.
Because Nipa Bebre no muye press conference. We are now coming preparing their documents. If we have documents, they will begin to answer. How can containers fly?
That one, I feel marking says for that one, dear. Let's not do NPP and NDC. Let's all come together.
So, let's
all come together and fix the road.
And fix the road.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the former CEO of electricity company is also saying a different song.
Yeah.
He's also saying different thing. You see, trying to depart from what Afenyomark is saying.
Yeah.
We have their tapes. They will contradict each other until we finish with them. These containers are in their rooms. Fees.
Container nation movie.
Their bedrooms, they are there. We'll get them. You know why I'm saying they are in their rooms? Mamino, a friend is a how do you know the amount of money in one bedroom? It can buy no less than 20,000 containers.
Okay, so they exchange it for money.
For money, it's in their rooms.
Money is in their rooms. Oh, okay, I now understand your point.
Understand my point? Yes. They've stole the containers and exchanged it to money, and the money is sitting in their bedrooms. We'll get them. Who say containers when they're your friend who Sapema?
Yeah.
Sapema.
Yeah.
Na sika bebre. When I saw the man, I nearly collapsed. Ghana money. Ghana money. 40-footer containers, 12 of it, full of money and gold. How did he migrate from Bank of Ghana where to that place?
Yeah.
NPP, never again. I told you their history. Ghanaians knew these people for a very long time. So they don't allow them to come near power. Because anytime they come near, these are the things they do. Their forefathers, they did similar things. And we managed to kick them out for 30 years. We said they shouldn't come near power because of their behavior.
Yeah.
Then Ghanaians will not listen. Say, let's test these people. Test them. You test them. See the problem. See the outcome. Full of money and gold. Now they'll turn around and say they should come and brief them. You people who stole the things and go and pack them there. We are not even picking you, and you are not telling we should come and brief you what we have done with the money.
Yeah.
Then when they are chasing him to come and meet security service, he's running under parliamentary immunity. No, Kakase, you are asking the chairman of the caucus. Go and talk to the security agents. The president asks that go and talk to them.
Yeah.
These are the kind of people they are doing. This era, we are not going to allow that. If you make any allegation, go and answer questions. Don't make allegation and get away with it and run away. You cannot be causing fear and panic in the country just because you are an MP.
Okay.
Although we have what we call separation of powers and other things, that doesn't mean that your reckless statement should disturb the security of the state. And they went and did press conference saying that they were carrying cocaine and money laundering. Now you see the outcome. The people came out strongly. The owners of the plane, they came out with a statement and gave out the reason behind their landing in this country and all that. Look, I've been flying all about with planes. Sometimes you go and sit in a plane, they'll tell you should disembark again because there's a fault in the plane.
Yeah, okay.
They've checked you in. You've gone through all the checks, you've sat down, put your seatbelt, then they come and say, all of you should disembark. They've seen a problem with the flight. The plane cannot take. You want your security, your safety. Will you force that they should fly you with that kind of thing? Sometimes you'll be there, they'll change the whole plane again. Meanwhile, they thought the plane was going to take off.
Yeah.
But they've seen some problem in the plane that, look, if you try and fly with this one, you risk the life of all these people. They will disembark you and bring another one, and they will carry you away. This plane came, they had problem. When they landed and they realized that there was some leakage, fuel leakage in part of this. And the other one, that it had a tire problem and some other parts. So they had to bring a new one altogether from their location, one that to come and pick them. Then you will sit here and say that they were carrying cocaine and other things. You see how you want to destroy Ghana name? This is their character. They haven't gone 3 months in government. You are already panting and trying to create confusion all over the place. We are saying the dance is yet to start. This is warm up. We are warming up. We haven't done anything yet. Warm up. Where warm up? You start too. Then say warm up. Because the dance is going to be danced overnight. And so we will start now. We were warming up. We will warm up very well. Prepare ourselves before we launch. By the time Dr. Yini go to court, start them. In fact, it won't take longer period for us to push them inside. and retrieve. We are going to retrieve. This time we are not going to push you inside and you come back and enjoy the boutique. No. Look at that young man. 27 houses. Are you an Arabian king? What are you going to do? This small boy. Oh, they're not okay. They're not okay.
Yeah.
Look at when the Attorney General came out with how they misuse the money. Why are you doing this to the country? And then when you talk, then they say, hey, it's an established young man, or fertilizer. Are you talking to the real issue? The traces of the money being diverted from one account to another, where the wife is one of the directors, and they are managing all these things. People use this as conduit. So come and do some cocoa container and stand there and say, I have a business doing. Then he's stealing the country money and using that container as if that's the business that is giving him the money.
Okay.
I don't know more yet. We know all this, and we've been governing before, and we know their tricks. We follow them through, and we know what they are doing. And I'm happy. Thank God. Let me thank Japa and his group, Colonel Tali, and then DCOP, Razak, National Security, and then Kipo, NIB. They are doing fantastic job. In the short period that they have stayed, they have managed to prevent and protect a lot of state access. These people, the thing they wanted to do, if they hadn't put their eyes on it, especially Japa and his group, they would have run like this container we are talking about. They wanted to run away with the money. They wanted to run. They were operating as if they have doing some business, some legal business. They had an office with staff, everybody sitting there. When you come, you see them like an office setup. Not know that they are just criminal thieves. Any gold, pack them in there, waiting for the opportune time, then they pack them out, ship them out, and bring that money to disturb this country. That's what they were trying to do. See, they do a lot of things they don't know. At the end of Mokai, that was see a lot of things they do. There was a plane at the tarmac until this man came out. The pilot and all this and but nobody can come near the plane because the intelligence that followed them and caught them with that matter. They don't. These crooks don't even know anything about it. Not everything they come out to say. You just see a plane that landed and it's a problem, fueling problem, and then it's engine issues. Then you go and be doing press conference, carry cocaine. They are carrying cocaine and money laundering because they know what they have been doing. So they think that this is what these people too are coming to do. You shall know them by their colors.
So
yes.
Dr. Pezoka said, okay, who can say they've been doing that?
They've been doing that.
Into Amadri
say that's what the NDC people are going to do because that's what they are doing. That is what they have been doing. So they, what you say, NDC so plain about cocaine and money laundering. That's what they are doing. So when they came into office, instead of them to relax a bit, observe how the NDC is going to operate. But 2-3 months, you are already crying wolf. You are showing us your colors. And no Namika say, ye shall know them by their colors. They are showing us their modus operandi. That this is what they have been doing. Plane come in here, packed, they carry cocaine and carry this thing. They are telling us. That's why we want him to come and give evidence, and he's running away from it. He's running away from the security. They don't get him. There are several ways of getting him. You think he can run away from it? You can't cause this fear and panic and get away.
Information or no the amamo. So why are you chasing him?
And you know what okay. Do you give information on press conference?
To base on the information and do your investigation.
Now who information? That's why he's a ranking member of the security subcommittee. If you have information, give it to your chairman of the committee, and I'll call security service, invite them and camera and give them the information you have about it. You don't come and do press conference. You are giving information to media for them. Are they investigators? Are they the people who are going to investigate it? Is that how you was trained? Sometimes that's how they are bereft. You will go and bring a person like that as your ranking member of security subcommittee. He doesn't know anything about this thing. He will be messing everybody up like that. Sometimes these are the problem of MPP. You see, so among they are a mini minority. They can't get somebody who has a security background, who understands the working of security to be their ranking member on security. You go and bring a reverend minister to come and sit there. I'm not reverend to be here. Because if these kind of people are referenced, I will also take one of the titles. I'll go and train become reference.
Also part of the prayer tower and other things.
That is my problem. I respect a lot of religious leaders. I respect them a lot. If I see them, I bow down because they are representatives of God. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
They represent us here, and they transit between us and all these things. But if somebody have that kind of title and you misbehaving this way, what are you telling the generality of the people? And you because you should understand better. I want to say there is always a path where you should follow, and make sure that the right thing is done, so that the people will say, if the congregants are not safe, do you think they will come to your church? And now you are creating fear and panic. You want to label Ghana and the John Mahama regime just 3 months as cocaine hub and other things. That's what they are trying to do. We know their modus operandi. They did this against Rawlings severally. Rawlings time, who said, I didn't even tell you a lot of things. Do you see the ranking of this thing, Musa Dankwa? No, see, out of the 16 regions, only 2 regions are still saying that. No, in fact, one region, Ashanti region. And that's where they are saying that Ghana is not going in the right direction. The rest of the 15 regions are saying Ghana is now going on the right direction. And yes, sir, do you know the reason? They've started causing confusion over there, Ashanti region, burning markets. They will go and burn markets, killing mobile operators, mobile phone.
Why do you suspect NPP behind the airport? I said
they are remnants of their people. As soon as this happens, do you know the first thing they see? They come out on TV and by attacking your mama. Attacking your mama as if first they say lies of Dumso, that Dumso is causing all these things. You people send Ameri to Ashanti region, and when and planted it there, were you the one who brought the Ameri? Didn't you criticize Ameri and say it was overpriced? Not knowing that these criminals came and added some money to it. That cost Ajaku his job.
Yeah.
Is that not true?
Yeah.
Yes. You smuggle it all the way to Ashanti region. When and put it and change the name, Kumasi Terminal 1 or Terminal what they did. That's what they and change the name. You want to say that Ameri. That is a group we are dealing with. And then when we came in, officers who were manning it and other thing, we have not changed any of them. You see my problem with them. When I talk sometime and they say the NDC, the Hawks in the NDC are talking. Officers who are manning those things, His Excellency has not changed a good number of them. Some of them are still at post.
Yeah.
So if there are problems in it, and we think that people are there sabotaging our process, and we come after them, then they go to Parliament and say that we are sacking people. Parliament. Why are you sacking these people? Okay. These people.
Revocation of appointment.
Yeah. You see, so when they did that, now this light of it, the minister had to rush there. And when he rushed there and put his feet on the ground, you see that those kind of lights off doesn't exist again in Ashanti. Then they started burning houses, burning markets and all that, killing mobile operators. Japa and his group had to run there. When Japa went there, up to now, they have stopped. The killing has ceased because they have put their eye on them. Because these people, we know what they are up to. So we are not surprised when Dankwa came out with his research and said that region says Ghana is not going on the right. Because these people have gone to disturb the grounds there. They have gone to disturb and continue to do this kind of thing. When you come high on them, then they say you are maltreating or you are victimizing people.
But did you hear advice na put them amwako heneno? But you okay there? Because na say amwako hene ye na o ya as a regional minister no person ochira de say onya tumi a ofandi nipa so ye mfandi tumi ndi mmoa so.
See, I don't know when he became a councillor and now want to counsel people. This man is Napo to counsel somebody. Asemu, hey Ghana.
Oh, why?
Napo who was telling Ghanaians they can go and prepare their own timetable for doing so. When has he changed? Or is it the defeat has humbled him? Some countries say we'll humble them more in 2028 because we'll make sure that we'll get 30%. 2028, we need 30%, more than 30%. Now, frame computer. Some countries, dynamic station, dynamic countries, you will beat them over 54%. They won't understand. They thought I was joking because you didn't plan put it in place.
Yeah.
And we beat them, didn't they? And I said it, but me will not get 40%. On your 40% or try on your 40, on your 38.2. 1 minute. Because this group, they are so reckless and disorganized in the sense that why will you entrust this governance to them again? And the path John Mahama has taken I am telling you, we are on the right path, the path of growth, tranquility, and peace. Ghanaians are going to enjoy peaceful, serene environment and good governance. That is what we are doing. But you see, they are tempting us a lot. They are tempting us a lot.
Why?
I've seen it severally. They are tempting this kind of ugly noises. What didn't we see in 2017? Mobile power. No. They were chasing people in their offices. Chasing people. You can't even come near your office again. They come and lock it. Don't even come near. Appointed CEO. Some of them are still sitting in the office.
Yeah.
Have we chased them out?
Minerals Commission CEO.
CEO.
Yeah.
They are there, a lot of them. FDA, yeah. You see, we are not vindictive people. We are using the process, right process, to make sure that the governor. But the truth of the matter is that if you have conscience, don't wait for John Mahama to sack you. No. If you have conscience, you don't wait for His Excellency John Dramani or Babe Pambo.
You mean the CEOs?
Yes. Honorably hand over your documents and leave. You don't wait.
Until whatever be the case, those people,
you see,
they will be sacked.
I am not saying they will be sacked. I'm saying that your own conscience should tell you that this administration don't align with their ethics, their ideas and ideology. So how am I going to operate within that kind of difficulties? Because I find myself in the other administration and I work with them. Okay, do you know that ministers, if they have difficulties, don't blame them, blame their CEOs.
Okay.
The CEOs, they run the agencies under the minister. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
They give all the advice and the chief directors to the minister to carry out certain things. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
So why do you want to crucify the ministers? And you leave these people.
Okay.
These people, the spending officers are the CEOs and the directors and all that. Ministers are only policy makers. They sit at the policy, they give policy directions and all that. And then you advise them on some of the policy when they bring it. And then they shape it, make sure that if you get cabinet approval, you move ahead. Okay. So if you come over, then you are attacking the minister. Then you leave the CEOs there. Those who advise them to go and do what they are doing. What have you done? So if you remove ministers and say you have removed the government and leave those people, those CEOs and the directors over there, you haven't done it. You haven't removed the government. The government is still in place. That government will still be in place. That government you thought you have removed will still be operating. Behind the scene, you won't know. What did I say? So that is why we told them that like, some of them were honorable. They left before even John Mahama sacked them.
Yeah.
They left. They just said this one there. To me,
separate
some of them say, wait there, but others are still waiting, expecting His Excellency John Dramani. Their time will catch up with them. Because they will be exposed. Some of the things on the
members in
I'm saying that we have a president who wants to follow methodological process. What I see, he doesn't want to just go around or break the constitutional order. Process. There was some appointment. If Council of State was not necessary, you can appoint. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why he couldn't do certain appointments. But when the Council of State came in, he started up making such appointments. And yes, sir. So we are appealing to our rank and file. They should be rest assured. This is not a new president. He's a former president. He knows what he's doing. Yesterday, when we say Ghana Civil Aviation, Papa Nosoko.
Yeah.
They thought he was not going. Haven't he gone?
He's gone.
We know what the president is. It's a process.
Airports, task force, and people for them go Google. One or more that's Google. And a grassroots no so a wab saying almost so many abre baby.
Nuna Meka say, Omun tu boasi. I use a statement that a dance that will dance overnight. You don't start early.
Don't start early.
you get tired. So they should just hold on. I didn't know. Oh, it took me long. By third quarter, that's why I'm saying by third quarter, fourth quarter, a lot of things will play out.
Okay.
Because we won't allow anybody to disturb the governance of His Excellency John Dramani. And we are saying it. Either we are director, chief director, now we are state director, now we are CEO in the former district, and you find yourself here, please behave. Behave. I didn't kind of behave and behave well. We have a manifesto to implement.
Okay.
Nobody should disturb our manifesto implementation process. Any day.
Okay.
We have established a relationship with Ghanaians. A contract, and that contract, social contract, and we are going to implement it to the letter. So if you think you are not aligned with what we are doing, you better find your level somewhere. I know they are young. So, and thank God, His Excellency so far so good. Look, we are within the 120 days, and a lot of things has already been implemented. A lot of the promises we have made to Ghanaians. Now we say e-levy, emission tax, betting tax, now nobody is charged with e-levy and other thing. Hasn't it brought relief to Ghanaians?
Sure.
Is that not what they were looking for? And so you see, this is government you have voted for. But we are still appealing to them. Our rank and file. They should be rest assured and be patient. We are going to make sure that every Ghanaian enjoy his fruit of labor. I know they are here. We'll make sure that they enjoy their fruit of labor. We won't allow anybody to sit in there and do anything against this administration, NDC, Ghanaians have suffered to bring this party to power.
Exactly.
And some of them, campaign against NDC. And NDC won, and you are still sitting in the office. You are a hypocrite. And then I'm described as hypocrite. And I say I'm too harsh on that. And you say I'm a hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite.
This is the definition of a hypocrisy. Because you are against 24-hour economy, you think that it won't work. Won't say you are against our 1 million coders. Won't say you went on campaign trails, spoke extensively against it. Now we are in power. Then you are still sitting in the office. Doing what? Expecting your mama to come and sack you. You are a hypocrite. I know that's the definition. It doesn't have any other definition for you.
All right. Me comments no munya bosere because I make kind in that just say you like Tanko will finish MPP munya. He's just laying the facts and making it real as it is. Because why campaign here party with a party number power.
Say no.
All right, mene Dr. Beside in Komobiem, what's a chat to a person of the grassroots and no pay. We address with them, person of the grassroots for everyone no pay. Because Omona, as some she saw Munya Yom Becanomu, who may be on the car compo as some nego.
Oh, see, as a party, let me still bring back my what my people say.
The dance issue.
The dance that will dance overnight. You don't start it early. What you see? This government is barely 3 months.
Okay.
You do 100 days, barely 3 months. But a lot of activities done. Two, you bema your party come from the bridge.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Even this year, things has gone faster. Two, other meals, about 2009. I would say most of the appointment panel around July. July, August. Maybe I'm having my appointment around 19th August. 2009.
Okay.
Under meals. Because of the public sector, almost a public service now, different from the way people are looking at it. Because there were rules, regulation, any laws, any baby womb. And so before you navigate your way, baby womb. You see that His Excellency is now setting up the boss. Boss any
board on start to say
boss no almost 30 years juma no and no number year direction my CEOs no. Any ministries baby number year omojuma. But you see some of them you needed a council. One was a council said drew up to 2 months. So he need to consult them. And some obey boss winning now. This is me area no, mini board. So we never be me because board no any ho. This is board na ba. Na now board meeting. Na June. Then when you say koye we. Everything I'm doing is backed by the board. So say board ni ha. Na untimi be so obi ba. No say opewe now can say to boasi. This say yen kwan say board na ba. Because His Excellency is going to do that. He's on his process of putting them out. It's early days yet. People thought it's late. It's rather quicker. Because under meals, it delayed us up to somewhere June, July. But this one, quickly, 14 days, we are not set a cabinet.
Yeah.
What I say? Within some 30 days, we are not a lot of CEOs. And then some of the boss, Ghana, Bank of Ghana, any commercial bank, now the boss, others are coming up. So we are appealing to them. Yes, sir. The people think that this 3-month government has forgotten. Forgotten what? Sure. I say the dance is yet to start. By the time you start here.
Baba Rafiu, there when any WhatsApp no power. See, indeed, the dance that you dance overnight, you don't start early.
Yes.